Hurricane Florence battered North Carolina. Wind gusts of 106 miles per hour, up to 35 inches of rain.
Powerful torrents of water are flooding homes, wiping out roads, and sweeping away cars in North Carolina.
Leading the response, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper activated more than 3,000 National Guard soldiers and requested federal assistance to support the state.
How y'all doing?
The National Guard, FEMA urban search and rescue teams, the U.S. Coast Guard, and Department of Defense responded together, supporting local first responders.
When we first arrived here, the hurricane first came in, we were caught in a flash flood situation where we had multiple people who needed to be rescued from a community, and we got engaged there. And then back to responding to medical emergencies where people maybe were cut off by floodwaters. A very diverse group, trained for just about anything across the board, and if we're not trained for it, we're very good about learning on the fly and getting resolved for whatever the situation is.
Rescuing hundreds of people and their pets while the storm was still hitting, and making sure thousands of survivors got help.
We remain grateful for our first responders who are out there right now, saving lives, protecting lives in this killer storm.
We've been here from the start, integrated with the North Carolina Emergency Management Office.
Albie Lewis is FEMA's federal coordinating officer for Hurricane Florence in North Carolina. He says the key to a successful response is being prepared before the storm.
I've seen a lot of disasters. I will tell you, the state of North Carolina leaned forward and was prepared better than any state I've ever worked in.
As expected, we are continuing to experience widespread flooding. Let me assure you, this flooding is only going to get worse.
State Emergency Management Director Mike Sprayberry asked for help through the Emergency Management Assistance Compact, the nation's state-to-state mutual aid system known as EMAC.
They reached out to other states requesting assets, requesting swiftwater rescue teams, urban search and rescue teams. They didn't just wait for the federal government to supply that stuff. They get ahead of the curve and did it through EMAC.
Coordination paid off when Hurricane Florence slowed to a crawl after making landfall, causing record flooding far from the coast and blocking roads into Wilmington. Days before the storm at Fort Bragg and other sites in the region, FEMA established incident support bases with hundreds of truckloads of emergency drinking water, food, blankets, cots, and generators, enabling the state to take action when local communities called for help.
We are currently engaged in large-scale search and rescue operations in our coastal counties, and our logistics teams are pushing out commodities as requested.
That included getting truckloads of commodities into Wilmington when floodwaters receded just long enough for a road to open.
Even after we got those commodities in there, roads were closed again and Wilmington was cut off. But the good news was we had commodities in the city.